I want to ask you, Congressman, about a video that you and other members of Congress just released. You are all veterans in this video. It's called "Don't Give Up the Ship." It's gone seriously viral. And in it, you all encourage troops to refuse to follow illegal orders. Here's a clip.
Americans trust their military.
But that trust is at risk. This administration is pitting our uniformed military
and intelligence community professionals
against American citizens. Like us. You all swore an oath
to protect and defend this Constitution.
Right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad,
but from right here at home. Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
Critics are calling this video subversive and dangerous. They say you're inciting rebellion and mutiny. Your response?
Well, anybody that has any problem with us saying obey the law and follow the Constitution, that kind of tells you everything you need to know. Right? The people whose minds are blowing up when somebody says follow the Constitution, obey the Uniform Code of Military Justice, and follow the law. Wow. They clearly are the ones that have the problem here. This is the same stuff that I trained my platoon on before we went to Iraq and Afghanistan, the same stuff that our privates get trained on in basic training. You follow the law, you follow the Constitution. Your oath is not to an individual or to a political party, it's to this country. That has never changed, nor will it ever change.
You're a former paratrooper, Army Ranger. You know better than most how crucial the chain of command is. You say you can refuse illegal orders. You must refuse illegal orders. What exactly are you telling the soldiers to do? Stand up and say no or quit?
No, we're telling the soldiers exactly what they're trained to do in basic training, like I just said. You have to follow the law. Right?
But what does that mean precisely?
Is really important, but above the chain, it means you follow the law. It means that if there's an unlawful order, if you're asked to violate the Constitution, you're not obligated to do that. And let's use some examples, by the way. So Abu Ghraib prison, right? There were privates and junior enlisted who were ordered to do things that were unlawful, and 11 of them ended up being criminally prosecuted. The My Lai massacre in Vietnam, where you had Private Durst and a warrant officer refused to massacre civilians. They were the heroes of that moment, but their commander, their Lieutenant Calley, actually ordered it, and he went to prison. So there are example after example in U.S. military history of people that are asked to do things that are unlawful, usually, almost always involving committing violence or crimes against civilians that uniformed personnel are obligated to refuse if that's what they're ordered to do. And we're concerned about this, Elizabeth, we're concerned about this because of the rhetoric of this president, right? The president actually said, hey, can you shoot these people in the leg during the Lafayette Square protests?
But that wasn't an order.
I
think that was a question, right?
And this president has a long history of saying nefarious and dubious things, right? But you don't ever wait until an order is actually given to train people and tell them what their obligations are.
So to be clear, to be clear, Congressman, you're not saying President Trump has already given any illegal orders, are you?
We're not talking about specific orders. We're talking about the general obligation of uniformed service personnel to follow the Constitution and follow the law and the Geneva Conventions. Right? That is an obligation that always exists.
We just had the commander of the U.S. Southern Command resign, reportedly because he thought the orders he was being given to bomb these alleged drug boats off the coast of Venezuela were illegal. Do you think they're illegal, and do you think his behavior in that case was appropriate, and is that what you're encouraging our soldiers to do? Quit.
Again, to be really clear, I'm not talking about any one instance. In that instance, I have deep concerns about this president's use of force against a variety of actors in the Caribbean without congressional authority. You know, I went to war 3 times for this country in Iraq and Afghanistan. We spent $3 trillion in these wars over 25 years without votes, without accountability, without money spent and appropriated by Congress to support it. And look what happened. They ended poorly. So I'm deeply concerned about the fact that this president does not see a problem that he thinks he can't bomb his way out of. Right? This is the most interventionist president I have seen since I've been in Congress, and as a combat veteran, I'm deeply worried about it.
All right, Congressman Jason Crow, appreciate your input tonight. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.